Welcome, friends. My name is Jason Clemens, he, they pronouns, and we are continuing our journey through Consider the Source, a Design for Living and Study Guide by Jenny Fenn, picking up today on page 51. A final note. When I was a child, we had an unusual rock in our front yard. It had strange caverns with little sparkling rocks in them. I would sit for hours digging those rocks out with a stick from our willow tree. I would head in at sundown, and the next day I would be back at work harvesting glitter. To this day, I have no idea what I did with those rocks. I think I just found joy in the harvesting. In my 40s, I went back to visit that house. I had to see that giant rock for myself to know that it was real. As I approached our old house, there it was, the cavernous rock sitting in the manicured landscape right outside the front door. As I got closer, I could see that every single little glittering rock was gone. Every cavern in the boulder was empty. With my little hands, I had dug out every single one of those sparkly stones. I come by my determination honestly. Many have taught me how to keep going, especially my parents. Persistence is in my blood. This book is me harvesting glitter again, almost 50 years later. It took me 8 months to distill 30 years of my life and work it into this book. I started writing this book in downtown Birmingham, Alabama in the fall of 2022. I was on an all-school trip with Springhouse in a house full of teens and some of the most vital adults I have ever known. We had visited the Legacy Museum in Montgomery the day before. To say I was moved by the experience is an understatement. When I left the museum, I said to someone at the Equal Justice Initiative, when vulnerability is present, we have been taught mostly to exploit it. Learning how to take care of vulnerability would change culture. She looked at me and said, "That's a really good point." The next morning, I found myself getting out of bed at 4 a.m. and starting to write. My guidance from within was this. This should be a small book. It should be written for a teenager. It should be about source design. I followed those instructions, and this book is what came out. The purpose of source design is to take care of life in a person, community, and place. The design does not end here. Life keeps going, and we keep coming alive if we choose. As we know, coming alive means change, and change is vulnerable. For it to survive, it must be taken care of, and the cycle of change ripples out from there to a community, a place, and even a culture. This design supports us as we continue on, and if we are to create a world where all life thrives, we must continue. I hope this book finds its way to the hands of people who want to create a culture that takes care of life. The vision of a world where all life thrives can find its way to the ground, like a fallen star. We just have to listen for the wisdom that is already here and respond to it. The glitter is with us. It is just hard to see it these days. I hope this design helps us to harvest it, starting within ourselves. Thank you for reading this book. I am grateful to all who have helped it come to life.